I'm standing outside of the Omega Boutique in the Miami Design District. I've traveled 4 hours here to pick up my new watch, and I'm incredibly excited to show you guys. So let's head on inside.
Hi from the future. Yes, I traveled 4 hours to Miami from Tampa to pick up my new watch, my Omega Speedmaster Professional 3861 Sapphire Sandwich. So if you want to skip to the portion of the video where I actually do collect the watch, feel free to skip to that because the video will be divided up into chapters. But I want to give a little bit of an introduction in why I'm traveling 4 hours to pick up an Omega that I can pick up 20 minutes from me. My friend and I were in the Miami Design District back in 2018, and we walked into the Omega Boutique. We weren't planning on buying anything, but we were just gonna browse around, and this one sales guy named Mohammed helped us out. He let us try on any watch that we wanted. He knew that we weren't gonna buy anything, but just the level of hospitality and service that we received really implanted something in me and really left an impact on me. And I said, you know, hopefully one day when I graduate college, I'll be getting myself an Omega Speedmaster. And I told him, if you're still here and I'm in the market for one, I'll get it off of you. And so when I graduated college and I was in the position to get the Speedmaster, I called the Omega Boutique up. They said he still works there. I sent him an email, and well, here we are. For such an occasion such as graduating college and also purchasing a grail piece of mine, going to a place where there's a really cool story behind finding that watch and the whole journey of the watch, I think is really special. I don't feel like getting this, just deciding to buy it one day, it doesn't make the watches special. I feel like having a story, you know, going to this boutique, having this amazing experience, and then 6 years later, actually get the watch is really special. I keep repeating myself here, but it really was an amazing experience. But now I'll skip to myself way before that video in Tampa, Florida, where I pretty much talk about that I'm gonna be traveling 4 hours to Boca. So thank you guys so much and enjoy the video.
Good morning, everybody. I'm a little bit tired this morning, but let's head to Boca Raton, Florida now. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. To say I'm excited would be the understatement of the century, just like I said in my Singapore Airlines video. Shameless plug, I guess. Anyways, let's head to Miami. We are now merging onto the highway, and let's hear this flat six. That sounds so good. There's something so great about a classic Porsche flat six sound. Hello everybody from Lamborghini Miami. My friend and I are at Lamborghini Miami, and right next door is Prestige Imports. This place has some of the coolest cars in the entire United States. Let's take a look. So, yeah, a bit of a cool inventory. Also got some really cool stuff outside as well. But right when you walk in, you have an Aventador SVJ Roadster. We'll get to those in a second. You also have an Aventador S here. This was the same red that was on the Aventador SV, the launch color. And we have an Aventador SV Coupe here in yellow. It looks absolutely, ooh, an 812N Largo. That is sick. That probably sounds amazing. Well, anyways, brutally being interrupted by the Ferrari V12. We have the SV here in a beautiful yellow. I think it looks great on the SV. And then we have some, I guess, Uri, we're gonna say, plural, but Huracan Storado with a roof box. I love this thing. It looks so sick. Those exhausts are gigantic. Urus Performante, blacked out Urus Performante. And back there, it looks like a Huracan race car. Then over here, we have an absolutely gorgeous SVJ Roadster. I mean, look at that interior. That's pretty special. Not as special as these though. These are not for sale, but we have, oh my God, that's amazing. Oh man, naturally aspirated V12s sound amazing, don't they? So, CN, Centenario, Countach. I mean, come on. All we need now is the Veneno. But look at this color. So I found out each CN is custom spec'd, so no CN will look alike. This one would look really cool in like a Middle Eastern landscape with the sand, kind of like Dubai, I think would look really cool. But look at this interior. It's got probably some of the most uncomfortable seats I've ever sat in. I haven't sat in this car, but I've sat in an SV with these seats, and they're like rocks. But it looks cool, especially with the leather. But man, this thing is very tastefully done. On camera, like this sometimes doesn't look right, but in person it works so well. And this is a hybrid, so mild hybrid compared to the new Revuelto, but it does have more power than any Aventador ever made. Then we have the Centenario here. This thing came out a couple of years ago, so it's not as new as the CN, but I mean, this thing is insane looking as well. Really sick color. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, I'm like kind of lost for words right now. It's just, the car kind of speaks for itself. And just look at that. That's insane. And then let's not forget where these cars came from. The Countach. Super Miami Vice spec. It's a beautiful balloon white. This thing is in mint condition. With a red interior. That thing is just so sick. This right here is a Urus Performante in this sick black. And it has a gorgeous interior. Full Alcantara with blue leather accents. There's Mr. Tyler.
Sorry, I don't come with a car.
With that kind of humor, Tyler, you're about as funny as Ricky Gervais on Opposite Day.
Is that an extra? I'm gonna put this seat back a little bit. All right, let's take a look inside. Alrighty. Well, let's see how good the insulation is with the door shut. There are soft close as well. Very well insulated. Beautiful interior. What do you think, Tyler? What are your thoughts on this interior?
It's a Lamborghini Urus with an amazing interior. What do you think? It's
Well,
gorgeous.
so I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate on the Urus a little bit because it's on a very similar platform, or on the same platform as an Audi RSQ8, and I personally think the RSQ8 compared to the standard Urus is a better looking car. But I got to admit, this interior, even though it does have a lot of Audi parts in it, it has the ba-boom, ba-boom chime when you start it up, just like an Audi. But I mean, it smells amazing in here. The Alcantara and the Performante body kit makes this thing look a lot more special, in my opinion. I absolutely love the interior. And I like that, unlike the Aventador and the Huracan, the paddles are mounted on the steering wheel instead of on the steering column, which means that they're always moving with the wheel, which I prefer. It's all personal preference at that point, but put them on the wheel. Also, just like other Lamborghinis, you have this amazing start button where it comes up like a fighter jet, and then you can just tap it like that, and it goes down. Dual screens here, just like on most new Audis. Cool hexagonal air vents. If you've ever watched Doug DeMuro's videos on Lamborghinis, they have a hexagon motif throughout. Like here, for example, another air vent, even on the door handle. But I love this car. I don't know how much it is. It's probably like in the 3s to 400 maybe range. I'm not 100% sure. But I quite like it, and I really like the Alcantara. Not sure how it will age, but it's also got a pretty decent back seat. I love the stitching.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I love the stitching.
Yeah.
Does this move back? Oh, it does. Okay. Oh, and it goes up both. That's kind of tiny. That's tiny.
There you go.
It's tiny. I mean, you got a wireless phone charger, which is cool. What's crazy is this is like the reverse thing. It's absolutely massive, and it's in full Alcantara. So that's, I guess, somewhat interesting. All right, so because this is a Urus, I want to check out
Spencer, did you
the
also
back
notice
seat.
when you flip this up, there was red lights that also illuminated too.
Wait, what?
So when you flip this up, I noticed that there was red lights that
Wait,
illuminated on the side of the
flick
door.
it up. Really?
At least that's what I saw.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Notice
actually
that.
that's actually pretty cool. All right, so this has a sloping roof line. So let's see how roomy the back seat is. I mean, it's the roomiest Lamborghini back seat of all time. Look at the Bang & Olufsen blacked out speakers. That really cool pattern. That's a very nice touch. So this is the back seat. So I like the frameless windows. That's a really nice touch. You got these holes in the back seat so you can annoy the driver all you want, which sounds like a lot of fun with kids. Not. I'm not gonna lie, the back seat's pretty mid. It's not that luxurious back here. The seats are a little bit firm. You sit quite upright, but it feels good. I have decent headroom, but I'm only 5'8", so like I would imagine someone a little bit taller might struggle to fit. Legroom though is very good. Like this is pretty good legroom, I'd say. You got a center console here. You can get like a bunch of other packages with like TVs and stuff. Wow, plastic cup holders in a Lamborghini Urus. I don't know how I feel about that. But really cool. Love the stitching. I really like this. And then you got air vents back here. This looks like it's like climate control. And then an underrated thing in a lot of cars' back seats is having an air vent right here on the side. That makes a big difference with comfort. And look at this headliner. It's full Alcantara with blue stitching. That's really beautiful. And then you got your lights back here. Yeah, not a very eventful back seat, but sick. I love this thing. Really cool car. And then let's take a look at the outside as well. So full blacked out. I think it looks great. Okay, so this is an Aventador SVJ Roadster. The very kind people at Lamborghini Miami are letting me check this thing out. We're just gonna sit in there. We're not gonna drive or anything like that, but look at the spec on this thing. It's insanely gorgeous. It's such a cool color. And I mean, it's just Alcantara seats. So I feel like with most supercars, you gotta get in butt first. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. This is pretty sick. And then you close the door with this handle right here. And there you go. Gosh, look at the roof line. I'm 5'8" for reference.
Really, Spencer? Like we didn't hear that you're 5'8" in the Urus 2 seconds ago?
I can't imagine like any NBA player being able to fit in one of these things.
During the beginning of this video, the speaker directly above us was playing very loud music, so I'm doing voiceover for just this little section. Pretty much I'm opening the door saying I feel like a massive douche doing this, especially with the shirt that I'm wearing.
So here in my garage, this is my Aventador SVJ here. It's all about knowledge. Hashtag Ty Lopez. Ooh. Imagine some of these old sugar daddies that have these things. I can't even imagine getting out of one of these. Oh no, I've seen that. All right, so we're out of Lamborghini Miami. Huge shout out to everyone at Lamborghini Miami. They are some of the nicest people of any cool car dealership I've ever been to. We were inside of Prestige Imports, but I wanted to take everything in first and then film in there. So we went to Lamborghini Miami first to film, and we're gonna go back into Prestige. And if you thought this was insane, just wait until you see what's inside of Prestige. Real quick, look at the lineup outside. A couple of Aventadors, the evolution of the Huracan from the LP610, Evo, and Technica. We would just need an STO there. Huracan Evo, Storado, some Urus Performantes, Urus S. I don't know. I'm not the best with the Urus models, but this one's pretty cool. Look at the carbon fiber on the hood. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It says it on there. Really cool spec. There's a gold Evo rear-wheel drive back there. And then we got a bunch of cars over here as well. This is the old Lamborghini Miami building. And now I think it's a Lotus dealership. So, I think the Lotus Emira is one of the best looking new cars on sale. Especially in the spec with the black roof. I don't think there's a bad angle on this car. Like I can't see any bad angle. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really, really want one so bad. So I don't know if we're supposed to be looking through here, but
Oh, it doesn't matter.
look at that SLR. There's an SLR in there.
There's a car in there. Wait, that's a 722. That's a 722.
Oh, it is? It looks like a 911 deck car as well.
Yeah.
And then.
And oh yeah, that's a 190 SL, I think, right there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's pretty cool. Oh, there's the Veyron you were pointing out.
There it
There's
is.
a black and blue Veyron right there, if you take a look. Just casually chilling. Just a Bugatti Veyron. Nothing too special.
Right there.
Which one?
Right there.
Oh yeah. Is that what is that? A 12C, a 650?
No, it's not a 12C.
What is it?
Is that a 570?
I think it's a.
I just noticed it because of the color. I mean.
Yeah.
That color.
I didn't even notice it. Oh, it's a 570 or 600 LT. So we got a bunch of stuff here, some Rolls Royces, new SL, AMG GT Roadster, Model S, M3, R8, RS6. I mean, look how many Urus are here. Oh my gosh. And then, gonna walk past here, Carrera GTS, Turbo S, 991.1. This is the same as my dad's that I'm driving today. Bunch of 992s, love the Shark Blue. Z06, more R8s. They have a Genesis G70. For what it is, it's not a bad looking car. And then we'll head over through here because they got some pretty cool stuff. Some more Urus. Looks like a S-Class with some Brabus bits on it. Nice GTS. But the car that really caught my attention was this AMG GTR in red. Oh my God. This thing is, I'm not a big red guy on Mercedes, but this is it right here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the green and I love the Solar Beam yellow, but this red, oh, you can imagine this in satin as well. Oh man, just look at the paint. It's like this candy apple red. Oh man, love it. X4M comp, Lotus Elise, Taycan, another GTS, Dorado, Evora, Evo Spider, Roma, Portofino, and 488s, Huracan race car. Yeah, if I go over every single car here, this is gonna be like a 5 million minute long video. So this is Prestige Imports. This is just a bit of a warm up. Got some GLS Maybachs. I really dislike these. I think the front end looks super duper tacky. Does not look expensive at all. It looks quite cheap. This though, even though I don't think the Cullinan is a very beautiful car, I'd take it over this any day of the week. Turbo S cab, a GT4 RS. This is possibly one of the prettiest specs I've ever seen on one. I would personally not have the wheels in this blue, but I mean, that's not that big of a deal, but oh my God, shark blue on this thing. Oh my God. And the carbon fiber airbox, the intake right there. Oh my God. Oh, I love this thing. This is like one of the, I'm not a big Porsche guy, but this is one of the few Porsches that are not like the 918 or the Carrera GT that I actually am lusting after. We also have two Lotus Emiras here, an M3 with the M Performance exhaust. There's the 911 over there, and then the Urus Performante. But let's head inside, shall we? I'm a little lost for words. Well, I am not anymore because I've been in here for a while filming everything, but coming here does not ever get old. The amount of cars that are in here, spec-wise, insane hypercars, there's just so many. And I mean, let's first start off with a bang. We got 3 Bugattis. We have, first off, the 110 anniversary Chiron, the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, and the Devo. Are you kidding me right now? Now, I've not seen a 300 Plus yet, and I think this is probably one of the best looking modern cars to come out, like hypercars. It's absolutely gorgeous. Not counting these two. But oh my God, they have a lot of Huracan STOs. This is a Technica. But look at the amount of these things that are in here. And I'm going to be honest with you, I find that a lot of STOs aren't very well spec'd. That looks awesome in black. Got a bunch of things here. More STOs. Technica. Yeah, that's a Technica. Bunch of STOs. These are some pretty cool wheels on this one. Like a Maybach van. Some cool stuff back here. These are some pretty cool looking bikes. I don't know anything about bikes, so if anyone does, definitely comment down below if you know anything about these, because I don't know anything. But moving on from that, look at this interior of this Maybach van. I'd say that's pretty blue, no? I'm not sure if this is a kit car of it or if it's the real thing, but it's beautiful regardless. Urus MC20. If you look in here, there's actually a McLaren Senna just chilling, so that's pretty cool. Some GT3 RS's, some very bold specs, especially with the wheels. This thing just looks like a real race car. I mean, this wing is bigger than the Senna's wing, and that thing is absolutely gigantic. This thing, the downforce on this thing is absolutely insane. So yeah, and I have no idea which Porsche this is. I don't know if it's a Gunther Works or if it's like a Resto, or sort of one that looks like it with those headlights. But regardless, it's beautiful. And then let's go to Pagani. There's 4. Please, I apologize for the music if I have to mute this with copyright, but we have a Pagani Huayra BC Roadster. Absolutely gorgeous. And look at that roof scoop. There are roof scoops on cars, but to have a roof scoop on a convertible, oh my God, the engine induction noise on that must be insane. Then we have an orange Huayra Roadster here, a beautiful yellow 488 Pista, a satin silver F8 Spider. This looks really, really nice. And then we have an 812 GTS. I find Prestige Imports always gets really well-spec'd cars in their showrooms. And then this is a Pagani Huayra. Brett David, the owner of Prestige Imports, this is his own personal car. I've seen this thing a lot. It never gets old seeing it. And then over here we have a Huayra Roadster and fully exposed carbon. Just look at that. I find that Pagani and Koenigsegg, they have some of the most beautiful attention to detail when it comes to things like carbon fiber. I mean, just look at the weave on that. That is insane. And just look at that interior. I mean, that's next level stuff. And then there are other cars I actually did not point out as well, which is over here. So we're going to walk past the STOs. This looks like it's based on the Lancia Delta Integrale. My friend over here told me that they said that this car is probably worth over $600,000. I could be wrong, but it looks awesome. And then a couple of cool things. We've got a Carrera GT here, a Ferrari, I think it's F355. I think this is a Gunther Works Porsche. Yep, Gunther Works. This looks absolutely insane. We're definitely going to take a look at this thing from the back. A Vanquish Zagato convertible, or I guess Volante. Look at this paint. And wait until you see the rear taillights. They're sick. Then we got a very, you can say generically spec'd 296. And then there's the Cobra that we saw earlier. Okay, so here are some of the cars from the rear. We got the iconic Carrera GT. Look at the exhausts. These look like fighter jet afterburners. It's so sick. Then we got the Ferrari from the back. And then we got the Gunther Works. This thing, look at how wide the wheel arches are. I mean, she is thick with 5 Cs. Well, I guess 6, because, you know, 6 cylinders, but oh my gosh. And then here's the Vanquish. Look at these taillights. How sick are those? That is just, oh, I love that. It's such a gorgeous red. And then here's the 296. Hot take. I like this over the SF90. I think it's prettier. I think it sounds better. But, yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
Come on, you gotta talk about the Mercedes Metris van. Hello.
Oh, I actually already did.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yep.
okay.
I'm already one step ahead of you.
Oh.
Come on, Tyler.
Whoops.
Okay, we finally made it out of Prestige Imports. I apologize for the condensation on my glasses. It's quite air conditioned in there, and Florida is, well, it's humid as fuck. But We're gonna get back into the 911 here, and we are going to head to the Miami Design District. I mean, today's a good day. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm really thankful that I'm being able to do all this really cool stuff. I'm having an amazing time. All right, so we parked the Porsche here. Yeah, I'm absolutely exhausted right now, but I'm gonna keep going. I didn't really eat that much today, but we got some cool cars in this parking garage besides the 911. This is, I'd say, a bit cooler. A fully murdered out 812 Superfast. Whew. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I think it's sick.
It's an 812.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Naturally aspirated V12. Oh man, that
Camry TRD.
that's what's the word? So like an antonym, is that, what's the opposite of a synonym? An anonym? Yeah, an anonym to that car would be tastefully modified. Yeah, I mean, it's his car or her car, but yeah.
Hold on, but
It's pretty hideous.
What's that hiding behind the FJ Cruiser over there?
What? Is that the McLaren GT we saw? Oh yeah. Okay, so we have a McLaren GT over here, the forgotten about McLaren model. Because they just have so many freaking models, but still, beautiful car. The orange suits it very nicely. But let's walk upstairs. So we're at this really cool restaurant called Kote in Miami. And this place is the only Korean barbecue restaurant that has a Michelin star, which is pretty cool. And they have a happy hour, and like the drinks are like $9, which for a place like this, when the drinks are usually $25, it's not too bad. So, you know, why not? So this is the Korean bacon and what they call chicken nuggets. A little bit elevated from McDonald's, I'd say. I know this wasn't the intention, but there's the men's and the women's restroom, and these people are pointing towards it. But doesn't this kind of give you, I don't know, Nazi vibes? Okay, so now we're out of Kote. Really good restaurant, by the way. I highly, highly recommend this, especially for their happy hour, which is only at the bar. But we are going to head to Omega, and, well, this is the reason why I drove back here in the first place. I am incredibly excited, so let's head inside. So we're upstairs in the Omega boutique. First off, look how cool this elevator looks. So if you're familiar with Teddy Baldessar and Kevin O'Leary, they actually filmed a video in this boutique right here. And then it's got a really cool bar upstairs. They're gonna pour us some glasses of champagne, which is just amazing. Cool little chair setup, some more watches, and some more watches over here as well. Got some Seamasters, and there's the gold Speedies over there. You got the cool, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Look at this.
Thank you very much.
So we got some champagne with some Omega chocolates. Thank you. This is Mohammed here, by the way.
It's an absolute pleasure. This is your beautiful watch.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Congrats, go right ahead.
That's how you gotta come over here and see this. Alrighty. Well, first off, we got operating instructions. Because I might not know how to use it, you know. Oh my God. Holy shit, bro.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Took you a little while to get it, but the most important thing,
It did.
is
I've been wanting one of these for a very long time, and it's just like I can't believe that's mine. Sorry, I'm a bit like lost for words right now. Just thinking of all that's happened from then to now. I'm actually getting a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like thinking about all the stuff that's happened over the years and what I've been through, and I'm just...
That's what the Apollo mission signifies. When you look at every other mission that they did, from the first one, which obviously, you know, if you don't look at the history, most of them didn't make it. You know, from the Apollo 11 that really landed on the moon, from the Apollo 13 that you know, as they said, you know, failure is not an option. You know, they have to make it back.
Yeah.
I think to me that just sets it tests us as a human, and I'm very glad you're getting this watch because, like I always said, is if an astronaut, you know, uses this watch to go into space,
Yeah.
that means you yourself can accomplish anything. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
and this can take you to the moon as well if you choose to go.
Yeah. One day.
Having this on your wrist, it took you 8 years to get to that point.
Yep.
You know, I think it took them actually the same amount of time to get to the moon because it didn't take them overnight. You know, so most importantly, I'm very happy to be here delivering this watch to you. You celebrating yourself, and obviously having your closest friends
Thank
who are
you.
here to support you because in every accomplishment as a gentleman, you also need folks who can be able to assist you, to witness you before
Yep.
and to witness you after, and to still keep supporting you all along.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the most important. You didn't come alone here. You came with great folks.
And I'm not crying. Like I'm not even like trying to be dramatic. I'm just. This is like a really special moment for me.
Yeah.
This is like one of those few moments where, you know, I always try to have a huge sense of gratitude.
Correct.
But there's certain days that it comes even more. The last time was when I actually graduated college.
Interesting.
And that's also today. I could not be more grateful.
Correct.
I'm excited, I'm happy. It's been such a long time. And like it's here. This is it.
And I'm glad you said that.
Speedmaster. And I
I'm
think
glad you get in
we
this
should
also
take the
for your
plastic off.
graduation, because the way I always say it is, for an astronaut, the sky is not the limit for them. You know, the sky is actually the ground level where they land, and then they take off into the universe. You know, so you're graduating and actually getting this watch as your first timepiece to commemorate that.
Yeah.
That just tells you can fly to the moon. You can really achieve anything you set your mind.
It's just such a cool story
You get
with
my
everything.
point? So your, you know, your ambitions and your career field that you love to choose shouldn't be, you know, that limits you. You know, the sky is not the limit. The sky is actually your ground level. You know, and hopefully maybe like a decade, just like the way the Wright brothers created the plane, and then we start to fly. Maybe one day you're also gonna jump in the, you know, the shuttle and go out of space.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, exactly. You never know, or just anything in general. Like, you know, even though this was a present,
Correct.
you know, the between those 8 years, it wasn't an easy journey for it, and each person goes through their own stuff, and so this is like a symbol of all the work I've done over the years to get myself to where I am,
100%.
mentally especially, and so I think it's time I pull this off.
Congratulations.
Look at that. Oh my God, I can't help but wipe this grin off of my face. And then we'll do the case back last.
Yeah.
Bracelet.
I'll definitely get it all sized up for you. You want to try it on, see how it feels?
Yeah. That right there. Oh. The lighting in here is really doing this watch justice right now. Is there plastic? Yeah, there's plastic here. There. That was worth the wait. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's one more piece of plastic here. Oh, I don't want to drop it. I think we should wind it. And there it goes. Let's try the chronograph. And let's put it on. You see, it definitely needs to be adjusted, but
Probably just maybe a couple of days.
yeah, I have a pretty large wrist. And there it is. My new Speedmaster Sapphire. All right, everybody, for the new watch, let's do a little bit of a cheers, even though you're probably not going to drink anything, Tyler. And cheers to everyone that's watching this video. Okay, well, we got the watch. This thing's absolutely gorgeous. I can't thank the people at Omega enough, but we have a dinner reservation at Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen in Brickell. He just opened up in December, and let's get going because I'm absolutely starving. So these are the pan-seared scallops. I'm not gonna lie, each person's presentation was slightly different. I'm not sure if this is a bit sloppy. I could just be being extra critiquing because this is, after all, a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, but it's all about the taste. So, unlike a lot of other scallops, at Gordon's restaurant, they cut them in half to make them very even. So, so good. Scallops, what I like about scallops is they're super tender, very sweet, very flavorful. Got a really nice sear on the outside. It's delicious. If you guys, anyone watching this, they don't really like seafood, if you want to try a good seafood, I recommend trying scallops, because a good scallop will be nice and sweet and tender. I like to call it the filet mignon of the sea. Might be a bold take on that, but it's delicious. So this is Gordon Ramsay's signature beef Wellington with, I got the mac and cheese. This is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but it looks absolutely delicious. All right, so everyone tried their Wellingtons already because I wanted to make sure they ate it, but this is the beef Wellington. You got a potato puree. These are actually carrots. This is a very, very rare, and for whatever reason, it looks a lot smaller than his beef Wellington in Vegas. I could be wrong on that, but look how tender that is. It just cuts into that thing perfectly. Get some of the red wine sauce. That's pretty good. That has to be one of the most tender cuts of meat I've ever had. It melts in your mouth. It's very earthy from the mushrooms. Oh, please excuse that on my lips. The pastry's nice and crispy. It's delicious. All right, so let's try his mac and cheese. I touched this and it was a little hot. Cheese pull, anyone? That's really good. Quite sharp cheese. It's really good. It's very flavorful. That's delicious. I'd give that a 9 out of 10.
So in this video, there is no audio because I had to swap out my friend's phone for mine because my phone was about to die, plus the external mics that I had couldn't connect to my friend's phone, so there's no audio. And also the camera quality isn't as good, so I do apologize. In this video, I am having Gordon Ramsay's signature sticky toffee pudding. Here is a shot of the sticky toffee pudding at his Las Vegas Hell's Kitchen location that I went to last year. And I'll say it then, and I'll say it again here. It was in my top 3 desserts I've ever had. I'm not exaggerating. It is insane. You can watch so many content creators online try it for the first time, and they all are just completely blown away with it. It's insanely delicious. It's butterscotchy, and it's got that delicious toffee caramel sauce. Honestly, it was so good, I got a second one. There's actually a video of me reviewing his toffee pudding in Las Vegas in an unuploaded video I recorded because I just didn't think the quality met my standard, and I'm wearing the exact same shirt. So let's talk to Spencer from May of 2023 and see what he thinks of the sticky toffee pudding.
My family has already dug into it a little bit of it. I already tried the Death by Chocolate. It's phenomenal. But I'm going to try this toffee pudding. It looks insane. Holy shit. That's actually got to be probably one of the best desserts I've ever had. And I've had a lot of really good desserts. Holy shit. Oh my god. If you go to Hell's Kitchen, at the Death by Chocolate was good, but this is, in my opinion, blows it out of the water. It's rich. It's anything but dry. The ice cream is really good. I can't say enough good things about this dessert.
That was the sticky toffee pudding, and that was the end to my dining journey at Hell's Kitchen, which was not only an expensive night, but also one that I felt like I had to unbutton my jeans for, and let's just say I slept well that night. All right, guys, and that is it. It was an incredible experience being able to collect my very own Omega Speedmaster. And then on top of that, go to Prestige Imports, look at some absolutely gorgeous exotics, and then finishing it off with that delicious meal at Hell's Kitchen. I'm truly grateful for that. And on that note, I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.